Oh, so we got Jon Gruden going full bigot. Why would a person go bigot? They got to go full bigot, not just like partially, like, oh, I hate blacks or I hate gay people or I hate women or religion. Like, they got to hate everybody. Just like no room for none hate. And this is not something new. We see this all the time when we see a person go bigot. That is always they hate multiple groups of people. Anybody that's not like them, uh, they have to have a problem with. Jon Gruden is a popular head coach in a league that's 70% black. Yet he's making racial insensitive. It wasn't even jokes. It was just comments that he directed toward black people. I mean, he called Roger. Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to repeat the terms that he was using, but I mean, Roger Goodell, he insulted from women to gay people to, I mean, this guy, I mean, like, wow. And the problem is that the NFL always seem to get caught up with this because it's like they have been investigating Washington for years, I believe, and like this is so they had these emails, yet it just now comes out when the New York Times um, points out that it was a leaked email, and then I thought it was like one email, and then I thought it was going to be like half bigot, like a portion bigot, like say a derogatory comment, and it was like because he apologized, he was like, yeah, I apologize, I said something bad. I mean, like this is a pattern. I mean, this has been going on for years. I mean, like I could have never even guessed that he was like this hateful. I mean, you're around black people, you know. Obviously, there's not a lot of gay people in the football league, so he did. Maybe he wasn't around a lot of gay people, but he's around tons of black people. I'm sure he's around women. I mean, obviously, to use derogatory terms toward gay people, I mean, I mean, it's just hard to even start anywhere because this guy is like, I mean, he is just full bigot. Like, how do you quantify that? Like, how do you like? I mean, wow. Like, there's no group that he left unscathed, and it's just sad in this day and age that we have coaches who, again, you're in a league that's 70% black. How have you been allowed to survive that long in this football league? How have the league allowed you to stay that long? And I am sure it kind of reminds me of the Ray Rice thing where the league was like, as long as we don't, Ray Rice came and told him what happened in the elevator. They didn't do anything. They may have gave him like a little slap on the. I mean, actually, I don't even know if they gave him anything at the time. Then the video came out and they was like, oh my God, like it was the worst thing ever. But people who have a history with the NFL know that these type of things do not bother the NFL. It's all about the bottom line. And, I mean, we live in a capitalist society, so maybe that's the way they should act. But, I mean, now they already had to have these emails. Like, they are doing an investigation of Washington, so these emails been around. So they knew that. They didn't try to get ahead of this thing, which they couldn't, but I guess they figured it would never come out. And we all know through this information age that whatever you do in the dark is going to come out in the light. And Jon Gruden, I mean, good riddance that he's out of here. I mean, very few coaches who haven't played in 15 years is going to get $100 million contract or coached in 15 years. But I mean, he did take Tampa to the Super Bowl that one year and won, but what has his resume really been outside of that? Outside of that one year, that one year that he did make. I mean, I can't think of a minority coach that would get a chance like this hasn't been winning, leave the game for about 15 years, and then come back and get $100 million, way bigger contract and more power than he ever had. But must be nice to be privileged. But wow. Well, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time on our 5-minute chat. Stay cool. Straight conversation.